All right, today, eat like a local. I'm gonna give you one guess on what we're gonna go do. Yeah, baby, we're gonna hit tacos up. So many different types of tacos throughout this city. Delicious handheld little hammers of joy. We're gonna venture out different spots throughout the city. We're gonna take you on a little journey, all right? Let's go do this. All right, this week, down on South Gessner at Tacos El Bigote, we're gonna eat pastor tacos, this beautiful trompo, layers of marinated pork, slow roasted on a spit. Beautiful tacos. You want birria? Got that too. You want sopes? You got it. Let's go in and get some tacos though. That's what I'm really coming for. I also hear they got this birria ramen. We'll see. Should be good. You know what I'm saying. When you start talking about the cuisine in Mexico, you're talking about such regionality of foods. In this city, we can go anywhere, and it's all different. Trompo, beauty and perfection. Tortillas, awesome. Birria pots, rolling. Arturo, crushing over here. We're at Tacos El Bigote. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I asked a good friend of mine, Owen Conflicti, to come by, have some tacos with me. Let's do this. My first time here, so I'm excited.
Well, I mean, it's a whole seafood menu, too.
I know.
I mean, that's like a different experience.
It is. There's two experiences here. If you want to come in and get the cocktails, or you want to come in and get the tacos, like, what do you want here?
Well, because you got me with the trompo right away.
It's
You gotta just
see that, right?
You gotta go
if
right
they had
for it.
that, a big shrimp trompo, I'd go there. But like right now, that's all I can think about. So can I get 2 tacos, corn with lingua and tripa, ramen?
Mexican ramen, Mexican style ramen with a birria meat and consomme.
I should get that, right?
Should be. You like ramen? You
I mean, it's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
Noodle soup. What's like the thing that sells the most here? Like, what are you cooking the most of? Is it birria? Is it trompo?
Actually, not the birria. It's more pork trompo, pastor.
Yeah. All right, so let's discuss a trompo. Basically, we're talking about marinated pork stacked on top of each other and then roasted on a vertical spit with the flame on one side. It's just slowly roasting, caramelizing, developing flavors. That's what we want today. The trompo, what's it take to get that thing going?
To cook it,
Yeah.
it's because it's slow cook. It's going to take 45 minutes.
Yeah. You're always over manipulating the heat on it.
Yes.
It's like now you got a good char on one side, so turn it off, let it roll.
Yeah.
Dollar tacos on Tuesday, you let that thing roll.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm very picky about my micheladas.
Yes. Come and have lunch with me.
Thanks for inviting
I
me.
think first thing first, right? Let's talk about pastor. So streety tacos, right? All their tortillas are made here in town, up on Shepherd. And so the 2 tacos are the small ones. The pastor, look at that. I mean, marinated overnight, slow roasted,
Oh, yeah.
crispy. It's an art. The trompo to me is what makes this so special because you're not getting that everywhere. But it has become kind of one of these things where when you say pastor, it's just marinated pork and pineapple and onions that are kind of thrown onto a plancha or a grill and put into a taco, right? But what I want is the trompo. I want the marinated pork that's stacked up, rotisserie roasted, because this is a conversation that leads into the Lebanese immigration into Mexico City and into Puebla and bringing the shawarma. And so when you start to see it, it's like traditionally lamb, salt, pepper, on a spit, roasted, brought to Mexico. And it's like, I bet if we marinated some pork and did that, that'd be pretty good. All right, I want a taco. I can't do it anymore.
You starting right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go here. I mean, this is what I've been staring at all day. I think it's one of the things I love about street tacos, too,
There it is.
is that they're so small. Hammers. I just hammer back about 7 of them, you know? That might be the worst decision of my day, but we'll find out.
I will be sweating here in about a minute. Never takes long.
Little did I know when I get in here, Birria is also a thing. That's those queso Birria things down here. Let's try those things. So braised beef, traditionally shank, but no telling, just you're talking about a long braised piece of meat A lot of chilies, a lot of sauce, and then done into a taco, and then you dip it into the broth or the consomme. It's
Beautiful.
dirty.
Oh, take that bath. There you go.
I know, right?
Take that bath.
We're sitting here, and when we walked in, I was like, wait, ramen?
I know.
What are we talking about here? And I am enthralled by this right now.
Look what's in there. Oh my goodness.
I mean, let's get into this real quick, because that is just the consomme,
Look at
or
that.
that they call it consomme. Consomme traditionally, in like technical, like culinary French, is like a clear broth. This is just broth.
Yeah, right.
With the ramen noodle.
I'm gonna be a mess.
I already am.
Oh man, I can't even like.
Oh man. I mean, that's everything you expect it would be.
We gotta do this.
Yeah,
guy,
let's
right?
go. Let's go tripe and tongue.
This is a totally different experience for me. Just grabbing one of these guys.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Crispy, crunchy.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, do you know that was an intestine? Probably
No.
not. Right? And then the lingua, tongue, like it is. People get a little freaked out about tongue, so it's super tough. It's not something like, it's also done in Korean barbecue, shaved really thin and then seared, because it's got an extraordinary amount of interior marbling, right? It's got some, like, when you look at a ribeye and you're like, look at all that white fat in there, that's gonna be delicious. That's basically a tongue, right? But a very worked muscle instead. So you gotta braise it, you gotta, you know.
To get tongue to taste good.
Yeah, to get umptuous, because look at that. Like, if you said to me, like, I'm not eating that, I mean, like, what, would you eat a braised, would you eat the birria? Right? It just falls apart. It's so, it's just intermuscular, fat-driven, delicious kind of, this, like, collagen-y, braise. Fantastic, I think.
Lingua.
Yep. I'm gonna do a little of that habanero.
Okay. I'm gonna follow your lead, because that's never a bad.
It's got some good fallout, meaty, pleasing, braised, beefy. Wow.
But it definitely has to be prepared properly.
Yeah.
Is it easy to mess up?
Oh yeah. This is the part that throws people off if they're cooking it at home. You have to peel the tongue, right? And so you're literally peeling the taste buds off of the tongue. There's like a membrane that goes on the outside of the tongue, and you have to kind of cut it, and then you peel it. And if it's not peeled, then it's like a rubber shoe. But inside of that lies this beautiful thing. I mean, this is just crunchy. I asked for the super crunchy one. So there's 3 different styles. There's crunchy, semi-crunchy, and then just a braised one.
And this is crunchy.
It's crunchy.
That's super crunchy. Crispy enough.
This is gonna be crunchy, crunchy.
Oh yeah.
That's great. This is definitely one of my new favorites.
What an experience.
I appreciate you coming to lunch with me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the invitation.
So what to order at El Bigotes? Yes, Pastor. Look at the trompo. It's enticing. It's going to tell you what to do. Order the trompo. Then get you some birria tacos too. Then they got this thing. It's kind of an oddball shoot. I like it a lot. It's a birria ramen. It's basically a cup of noodles and some birria. The broth is outstanding. Delicious every time. All right, so up next on Eat Like a Local, we're going on a taco crawl. Many people have talked about it. You have accomplished it. Let's get going.
Today, we're gonna do some tacos on Eat Like a Local. We're just gonna start off and move around parts of the city. We're gonna start off with breakfast tacos via Arcos here on Navigation. Super old school, delicious flour tortillas. The bacon super is fantastic. But if you get here during lunch too, the crispy taco, don't sleep on it, all right? So let's go eat some tacos. Let's get going. I like the supers, but like the bacon super crispy, eggs, potatoes, beans, and cheese, it's massive. I'm also gonna see if we can get a crispy taco, because I'm a big fan of that here. Oh man, I'm about as excited as it can get right now. Tacos. Some little hammer burritos. Even got some crispy shells. Man, let's go. Look at the size of these things. Let's go here. I've been missing these. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, good morning to me. Yep. Big chunks of bacon, fried potatoes, cheese, eggs, perfection. This is the chorizo egg. That is a chorizo and egg taco right there. Happiness. All rolled up in a little flour cradle of goodness. Super flavorful chorizo. Delicious eggs. The tortilla's fantastic. A few things that I love. Growing up in the Midwest, crispy tacos are the staple. I make them at home all the time. They're good. Yeah. But, oh, look. I got the bonus. There's a third one in here already. Beautiful. That reminds me of my childhood, but not the fast food version. You know what I'm saying? This is where you should go. Skip the drive-thru. That was fast enough. So good. All right, on to the next. All right. I've lived in Montrose for a long time, had restaurants in this area. La Mexicana is a staple in this neighborhood. This is like a cook's dream. Open early, open late, awesome. I see a crispy taco. So yeah, these little, I call it chicharron. This is like, this looks awesome. A little guisada, shredded chicken. We're gonna do a chicharron and a guisada. I'm gonna try a crispy taco, the chicharron, which is, normally I'm not a big chicharron fan just because it's a lot of just like the skin only, so it's a textural thing for me. Generally traditionally glazed in like a green chili sauce, but this has big pieces of pork belly, which could be outstanding. Oh man. This might be my happy place. Boy, my mom on Wednesday nights used to do these. I'm gonna go red salsa on this. Really good. Really good. Chicharron is traditionally like just the skin, right? And so this is big pieces of skin, but also like braisy meat. Yeah, I mean that's just a big piece of pork belly. All right. You still get that old school, like chicharron with the skin. That's really nice. And then this for $3. Super umptuous from the slow braise. The simmering. The sauce is fantastic. I mean, that's just beefy. That's great. Taco happiness. Little known secret. Shouldn't be a secret, but we're headed to Pit Room. I love their barbecue, but they take their tortillas and they use the brisket fat from their briskets to make the flour tortillas with. They have this like pulled chicken taco. When you order it, they put cheese down on a plancha, roasted garlic cloves, and then the chicken, and then that all gets scooped up and put into the brisket fat tortilla. You know what that makes for? A perfect taco. Thank you. Charred garlic, melty cheese, smoked chicken. But this right here is something that you don't sleep on. Hot, cheesy. jalapeno. Normally would I eat brisket tacos? Probably not, but in this moment right now, when you start talking about brisket fat tortillas, smoked brisket, cheese, perfect. Perfect. There's one more place that I just feel that we have to have the conversation about. We call it the office. If you haven't gone to West Alabama Ice House and on your way in, stopped at Tacos Tierra Caliente just right across the street, 30 feet. You're not living, so that's how we're gonna end our day. We're gonna go get some tacos at Tierra Caliente, have our meetings, also known as a cold beer and taco. This is the spot. This is the place I've been coming to for years. This is, as a cook in this area, living in this area, this is where you go eat tacos. Hi, how are you? Can I get 2 pastor, 2 barbacoa, 2 veggie? We got tacos, we got salsas. This is my last taco stop for the day. I'm gonna tap out here in a minute, but you know what? I'm gonna sit down, I'm having ice cold Crawford Bock. Welcome to the office. Cold beer, tacos. Let's see what we got. I mean, pastor here, barbacoa here. I mean, that's a perfect ratio of salsa. Little tiny tacos. I prefer to call these little hamos. A little chopped up pork, got some pineapple in there, that pastor. I'm gonna go green salsa on this. Sometimes green means go. Always. So good. One of the secret things to Tierra Caliente is the quesadilla, right? So I order fajita quesadillas, look at that, as I go to put my salsa in. I think this is where we go with the old-fashioned dunk, right? I mean, this is this is a meal right here. It's the best. The meat's fantastic. Tortilla's fantastic. The beer is fantastic. Perfect day. So, I love crispy taco night at the house any given day. Doesn't have to be Tuesday, doesn't have to be Sunday. It could be in the middle of the afternoon. I'll show you a little couple tricks. Got my oven hot, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes, all right?
Crispy taco night at Chef's house.
Ooh, man. Guys, you want tacos? Yeah, tacos. This is taco night. We're not going fancy. This is just fun and delicious. But if you're gonna do it, let's build a little bit of flavor to it. Right, these are your traditional, your little guys, right? That's what I'm used to. This little corn tortilla. But I can eat 3 of these easy. And then the veteran pro move of this is if you're gonna eat 3, you gotta heat up a 4th one, because when you break all these up, that goes into this taco. Look at this. I feel like I can put the world in this thing. And then I saw these, this makes sense to me, kind of the jumbo size shell, which is perfection. Sauces, Valentina's probably my favorite one of all. It's just as like that old school taco sauce to me. So it is my favorite. The black label's a little bit spicier than the gold label. I like it that way. I'm gonna take a head of iceberg and just kind of get it as fine as you possibly can, right? You can buy it shredded or you can just do it like this. That little piece right there is too soft. I put that to the side. All right, I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that here in a minute. It's perfect. I'm gonna put that right there. And then this little piece right here, it's a little too soft, but you know what this is? This is your taster, right? You're gonna put that little taco meat right there. Make sure you got it seasoned properly. just one of these little folder ups. You're almost making a little lettuce taco dumpling. Now, when it comes to heating these things up, about 325, pull this oven rack out, and it really is this little perfect, boop, boop. These little oven racks are just perfect to hold your tortillas, your little taco shells, just to get them all hot. Give it like 3 minutes. That's it. We'll start making tacos. Taco building tray, just so I don't make a huge mess. Let's have all the little supplies laid out. Let people kind of choose their own adventure. You want fresh salsa, make some pico if you want. You want jarred salsa, do that. Then you got the pickled onions. My wife says it can't be a supreme if there's no sour cream. So, and then a little shredded cheese. Now I'm gonna show you another little trick with the shredded cheese. Oh yeah. Smelling good. If you get them too toasty, they tend to snap too easy. Lovely. All right, now the thing with this, you can't build too much, right? That's perfect amount, little spoon. All right, now with the cheese, I like to put it here, right? I like to get that cheese to melt a little bit. If your taco meat is a little bit runny, this will tighten it up a little bit too. But then it also gives that barrier for the lettuce. Right now your lettuce isn't gonna get soggy. All right, so we've hit a couple parts of the city, had some delicious tacos. We've been to the house, we made some crispy tacos, just like taco night with the family. But we haven't even really gotten into the thick of it yet. But we'll do more taco shows. All right, so what's next? Let's go figure that out. Now, you're in my house. It's time for me to kick my shoes off and relax. Bye. Have fun. Keep going. You're not going yet. We'll see you then. Next time. Woo. I was going for a dibble dop. I didn't get a dibble dop.